Chamber music, fucking the party up there. Chamber music, fucking the party up there. Chamber music, fucking the party up there. Chamber music, fucking the party up there.
You're listening to Chambermusik Radio. Straight from the chamber.
All right. We're back with another week, another Chambermusik Hip Hop News podcast number 3, the third ever with G-Clef
and Mowie Kei.
And my co-host needs to just come up on the mic a little bit.
Oh yeah, what's up? And Mowie Kei.
And we got a special guest here with us, Mike Lee from Queens.
What up?
Yeah, in celebration of our third episode, we got 3 people.
You don't need headphones, do you? You can hear us okay, right?
Yeah, I can hear you.
You don't need that? All right, good. All right, so without any further ado, we're going to get right into this. We got some strange stories as usual. We're trying to focus on things from underground hip-hop and true school hip-hop. Since we got a lot of podcasts and people talking about mainstream hip-hop, we're trying to, fill in that gap and cover some things that may not be covered. And once again, we got some weird-ass Wu-Tang stuff to talk about. I mean, every week something new with the Wu. I guess that's good, right, Mike Lee?
I feel like with the Wu, it's like I keep trying to get out and they keep bringing me back in, Yeah,
you like Godfather 3.
Yeah.
Word. Well, anyway, a lot of people don't know this, but Wu-Tang apparently already had a successful line of liquor called Wu-Tang Premier Liqueurs. I had no idea about this. They got all kinds of flavors, and now they're going to be expanding into vodka, Wu-Tang Vodka. Now, it's a little weird, right? Since Wu-Tang is not supposed to be known for, the 5% Nation of Gods and Earths, I don't believe should be promoting alcohol, right, Mike Lee? From your knowledge, isn't that true?
To my knowledge, yeah, to my knowledge.
I mean, you're not a god, right?
I'm not a god.
Okay,
But
I mean, as far as I know, that's what'd you say, Mowie Kei?
Oh no, I was just saying from my knowledge of knowing a lot of god bodies, and they all like drink.
They all like drinking?
They all like drinking alcohol like it's water.
You know what? Right now, I need to shout out Iron Sheik. Iron Sheik, I know you're out there. Iron Sheik, you're the one who told me true and living God does not drink alcohol.
Right.
We had this discussion years ago in my car. Anyway, basically, they're going to be celebrating the 25th anniversary, I think, of the 25th anniversary as a crew. And they'll be launching this new vodka on April 18th in Sydney, Australia. The debut will be at a music venue called Max Watts with performances by Jay Sean and Timo Matic. Remember Jay Sean, Mike Lee?
Nah, with R&B singer or?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, don't forget the mic, Mike Lee.
My bad.
First name is Mike.
Yeah, Mike on the mic.
He's supposed to be an MC. He's supposed to know this.
Yeah.
But anyway, for some reason, only in Australia. This is the catch. I don't know why, but it's only exclusive to Australia, Wu-Tang liquor. I don't know why. But they're going to do that debut at that club in Sydney. And just so you know, if you want to know about the liqueurs, they already have these flavors: strawberry, butterscotch. I don't know if it's butter pecan Rican. Shouldn't it be kind of coincidental with the ice cream flavors?
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
They need Chef AC Boral from last week to come help them with their naming their liquor line.
Oh yeah, the Filipino chef, no doubt. Yeah, no doubt. Can you guys just keep close to that mic so we can hear you on the podcast?
Okay.
But anyway, that's what's going on. So in the U.S., we can still look forward, even though we can't drink it in the USA, we can still look forward to other celebrities like Backstreet Boys Tequila and Bon Jovi Rosé. Hey.
I never really saw Bon Jovi as being a rosé guy.
Listen, it's Good Friday. Have a nice glass of rosé and think of Bon Jovi, and think of how you can't get the Wu-Tang liquor. All right, back to you with the next story, Mowie Kei.
Okay. I wish I had some Wu-Tang liquor. That just sounds like a lot of fun. All right, so DMX plays a song in court. Rapper DMX, whose government name is Earl Simmons, was sentenced yesterday after pleading guilty to $1.7 million in tax fraud back in November. Prosecutors sought 5 years in prison for him, citing that he's got a lengthy rap sheet, lots of drug history and all that. So his defense team, primarily attorneys Murray Richmond and Stacey Richmond, used an unusual tactic for his defense. And it might have been instrumental in getting his sentence reduced.
Nice.
Yeah. His attorney played the DMX song Slippin' from the album Flesh of My Flesh, Blood of My Blood.
The second album, right?
Yes.
Thank you, Mike. To U.S. District Judge Jed Rakoff in Manhattan's Federal District Court. Now, why would a lawyer, maybe Mike, maybe you got some ideas, why would a lawyer play an artist's song in court?
Well, I think that song, he was kind of basically slipping from what I remember. He's talking about his life growing up, difficult circumstances, and he probably played that to have the judge or the jury have empathy for his, scenario or circumstances.
Yeah, that's exactly what it was.
Even though that was back in the 90s.
Yeah, it was 20 years ago, but I mean, sadly, DMX. I mean, he seems like he needs a lot of help.
Yeah,
it's
no, we
sad,
love
sad
DMX
case,
over here. Yeah, it's very sad.
I just hope
he's one of the greatest.
Unfortunately, he's been dealing with those demons for a long time.
Yes,
so,
he has.
Yeah, well, that's exactly what the defense team was trying to do. They wanted to illustrate the horrors of his early life and provide some insight in DMX's own words, so that he could avoid the heavy maximum sentence of 5 years. And by playing a song which in his own words explains that he's a human being, he's flawed. His attorney, Murray Richmond, has represented DMX in different cases for 20 years.
Wow.
And he explains, his life experiences were horrible. I've heard terrible tales, but I've never heard of such a horrible upbringing as this. We thought the video would really demonstrate to the court just what he had to go through to get to where he was. I grant you, he has been arrested over 30 times in his life, but in the last 5 years, he's never been arrested, and he's been trying to put his life back together.
Oh, man.
Yeah, it's intense, and even the lawyer was, feeling the emotion. It was real intense. So as Slippin' was playing in the packed courtroom, DMX is nodding his head slightly to the beat, and some of his supporters were there nodding too, and his lawyers described him as a model prisoner and explained they wanted him free so he could support his 15 children.
15 children?
Which I didn't even know he had 15 children.
Man.
And pay back more than $2 million in taxes in restitution. While Richmond described DMX's nightmarish childhood, DMX was sobbing in court. And when DMX was given a chance to speak, he said he knows taxes need to be paid and what he did was wrong. And he recalled that when the judge ordered him imprisoned in January for failing to obey bail restrictions, that the bail restrictions had allowed him to continue performing concerts while he received treatment for drug addiction, and he went against that. So that's why his bail got revoked. And he said when that happened, it woke me up. And before that, I was in a cloud. I wasn't thinking straight.
Man, come on.
And DMX also said, I never went to the level of tax evasion where I just sit down and plot it like I'm a criminal in a comic book. It was just kind of, everything got out of control. So how did the judge react, Mike? What do you think?
I think he probably showed some type of understanding, but he probably still sentenced him to whatever the time.
Yeah, so he did appear to be moved by the strategy, saying that in the court's view, DMX is a good man, but in many ways, he's his own worst enemy. And he also said that DMX's fraud was a brazen and blatant crime and it could not go unpunished. So the end result was the judge sentenced him to a year in prison. Well, if they were going for 5, I think it worked.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah. But I think it was sincere, though. I don't think he was trying to just...
I don't think it was a brazen crime. I think this
I
dude
don't-
has
yeah.
mismanaged his life, his
Yeah.
career. He doesn't have
Yeah.
the skills
Yeah.
necessary to really handle even
Yeah.
paying taxes.
Yeah.
The guy's career is a series of fuck ups, and
Yeah.
And he's also an addict. I mean, he's...
Yeah. He needs
he's
to
in no
recover.
shape to
Yeah.
really be dealing with any of that.
Yeah.
He's never been in shape.
But then again, if you have people whose best interests are not, again, I don't know the situation in depth, but I'm assuming his accountants or whatever, they should have probably have somewhat taken care of that.
What
or
accountants? You
somewhat.
never
he-
know,
yeah,
man.
did
That's what
even
I'm saying.
know-
Yeah, you don't
Yeah.
know. You really never know, man.
The industry is
Yeah,
a trip.
hopefully, he.
I mean, he made a lot of money at one time, but think about it. He was platinum 3 or 4 times back in the 90s, late 90s, right? But think about it now. How's he going to raise $2 million anyway?
Yeah.
He's almost better off doing a year because
Yeah.
he can't raise $2 million. I don't see it
Yeah,
happening.
because even when the shows, like you said, it's just and it's just
Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
man. When you get caught up in that legal system, man, it's real. Yeah, man.
He ain't doing it like he did
Yeah.
it back then.
Yeah.
You know, come
Yeah.
on.
I mean, his lawyers are even saying he's changed. He's really
Yeah.
trying to get it together. I even saw another thing in another article where they said that he had gone to like a homeless shelter, just randomly dropped in and just like gave a speech and said, "Look, I'm looking at you. I'm looking in a mirror. This is me."
Mm-hmm.
You know, and he's really trying to like. I think he's trying to.
Yeah, you could tell.
Change
It's a
his
struggle.
life,
It's
you
a
know?
real difficult, and doesn't take place overnight.
He's been through more real shit than any of the rappers, man.
Yeah. And people, it's not a gimmick. It's not a
No, it's
publicity stunt. It's actual, like,
Right.
life circumstances, you know, and he's obviously trying to, like she said, improve his
Yeah,
life and improve his, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, next
and-
time we'll talk about K Solo's version of the story.
You're funny, yeah.
And also another like a video with one of the attorneys. She actually said, "Yeah, this is not like we're not trying to pull at the heartstrings. This is just we're really trying to show you this guy's struggling. This is what's going on."
Yeah. You could tell it's sincere, it's genuine, you
Yeah.
know.
I think they should have threw it out personally because it's just too old a crime. It's nothing he did intentionally.
Yeah, like it wasn't like you said, he didn't
It
like
wasn't a
essentially
brazen
Yeah.
manipulation.
There's a lot more worse corporate criminals that they could go after than DMX. You know.
Oh yeah, let's not even get started on how
yeah,
many of those
yeah,
there are.
so-
Speaking of our boy last week, Skrelly, you know,
Yeah, Skrelly.
Oh.
he got they're putting him away. Hey, I got something.
Yeah.
Chambermusik the book. Imagine that.
Yeah.
Is it about us?
No, it's not about us, Mowie Kei.
Damn.
It's not about, it's not about the grafting 10% chamber music. It's about the Wu-Tang chamber music.
Oh, okay.
So,
Yeah.
writer Will Ashton is penning a new book out next month called Chambermusik, the book. The book will be a genre-defying exploration through Wu-Tang's classic debut album, Enter the 36 Chambers, which the publisher Granta Books calls, quote, one of the most important records of the 20th century. Well, I agree with that. I mean, to me, that's the best Wu-Tang album, the first one. Mm-hmm. I don't care what anybody says. You know? I remember. That shit was raw, and we loved it. The book will have 36 chapters, or, Mowie Kei, courses, or, should I say,
chambers?
what?
Chambers?
And it'll explore many aspects to and around the album itself, from kung fu cinema to race relations, from drug legalization to the history of jazz. Not sure why the history of jazz is in there, but I can't wait to see this. Basically, this will be a florid and radical book about music. The writer Ashton started writing about hip-hop back in the mid-'90s about Tribe Called Quest, Gang Starr, Rakim, Snoop Dogg, and others. He left out Eric B., but we don't care.
Yeah.
With artists in the... he also started his own record label back in England called Ninja Tune with artists from the UK such as Roots Maneuver, Diplo, Wiley, and others. So, what you think of this? You think that 36 Chambers, the album, can be captured in the form of a book?
I think so. Man. What you think?
I think what is this obsession with people trying to make 36 chambers into different things? Like, is it next going to be like a theme park with the 36 like, I mean, because we had the chef with the 36 courses, and now we got this book, and are there going to be 36, I don't know, water slides in a theme park, Wu-Tang theme park?
There are 36 pressure points in the human body.
Are there 36
If I hit any of those 36 points, you could be dead. Look, let me take you back, Mowie and Mike. Let's take you back to the old days. Wu-Tang Nails Salon. Remember RZA's sister had Wu-Tang Nails?
Oh, Wu-Tang Nails, yeah. I remember that.
Remember the Wu-Tang store? What was the Wu-Tang store? They used to sell Wu-Wear, remember? Staten Island.
Yeah.
I mean, remember at one point RZA wanted to make a Wu-Tang amusement park in New Jersey.
Right.
I mean, this is nothing new. But now I think what's happening now is rather than RZA and his family, actual corporate entities are getting the idea of taking the brand somewhere else and just hitting RZA off for it.
And also, like, just fans are just studying it, and they're like, I want to make 36. Like, I grew up with Wu-Tang all my life, and I want to write an encyclopedia set with 36 volumes.
There's going to be Wu-Tang Monopoly.
Really?
Yeah, Wu-Tang Monopoly, but instead, you got Park Hill
Staten Island.
instead of
over there.
Broadway,
Yeah,
Stapleton.
Yeah, right.
There's going to be everything. You could see it. You could see it in the future. You could see the vision. But my question remains: is what about YouGod? Is YouGod going to get paid for this liquor? Is YouGod going to get paid for this book? Is YouGod going to get paid for the Wu Bar?
YouGod is the most right now in the news Wu-Tang member.
I know.
Everything
everywhere.
is YouGod.
God is everywhere. God is everywhere.
He's finally I got my time.
Shout out to Baby Huey. Shout out to Lamont Hawkins doing his thing. It's about time. Yeah. He had the best informational DVD on Wu-Tang. Remember his DVD?
No.
Remember that DVD with the Hillside Scramblers,
Yeah. Wow,
King Justin, everybody? That was good, man.
Yeah.
Oh.
With Cap in it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we need Max down here to talk about it. He'll remember all of that stuff.
Yeah.
But anyway, back to you, Maui.
All right. So, this is kind of tied in, people, hip hop enthusiasts, really, going deep and taking it to a different level. So, this data scientist / coder guy and hip hop enthusiast named Matt Daniels, who's known for his tech nerd analyses of hip hop on Reddit and wherever, has shared a new data app that may answer the question, which rapper has the most bars? Or who has the biggest vocabulary in their rap? So here's an excerpt from the website.
So it's about vocabulary, actually?
It's about words used, original.
How many words?
How many different words,
Differing words.
non-repeated words. So,
okay.
This is a quote from him. Literary elites love to rap Shakespeare's vocabulary across his entire corpus. He uses 28,829 words, suggesting that he knew over 100,000 words, and arguably had the largest vocabulary ever.
Okay.
I decided to compare this data point against the most famous artists in hip-hop.
This is all a big ploy to prove that white Shakespeare has a better vocabulary than black rappers?
No, I think it's actually a ploy to prove that black rappers have a better, or white rappers have a better vocabulary than Shakespeare.
But
I don't think so, because I'm looking at these numbers. But
yeah, I know, but it's something with the way that the analysis works, because they have the chart, and the chart is they have the Shakespeare point, and a lot of the rappers line up, even though it's
Mike
not.
Lee, isn't it true Shakespeare had ghostwriters?
I don't know, man.
Yes, probably. And also, Shakespeare introduced 17,000 lyrics, words, into the English language that we use today. But anyway, moving on. Wow. So this guy Daniels, I used each artist's first 35,000 lyrics. And that way, prolific artists such as Jay-Z could be compared to newer artists such as Drake. To determine the size of each artist's vocabulary, the coder gathered lyrics from Rap Genius. Everything's from Rap Genius. And then he used a method...
Now called Genius.
Oh, right.
Yeah, this is old. Go ahead.
Yeah, and then he used a method called token analysis, where each word gets counted once.
Tokens.
And he used the first 5,000 words of 7 Shakespeare works and the first 35,000 words of Moby Dick as his benchmarks.
Yo, try to diss me and I'll give you a token. Dougie Fresh.
It still isn't perfect.
Yeah. Dougie Fresh, I maintain, has the best vocabulary of any Christian rapper.
He may not be on the list.
All the way to heaven, right?
All the way to heaven. 7th heaven.
Go ahead, I'm sorry.
No, that's cool. Yeah. So it still isn't perfect, writes Daniels. Hip-hop is full of slang that is hard to transcribe.
See, now wait.
But that's the thing, because Shakespeare used original words, so aren't hip-hop slang also considered a big vocabulary?
I have a problem with this whole thing. Time out. This is racist.
Can we get through the... Oh.
No, this is fucking racist. Listen.
Yeah.
This is racist because you're going to say Shakespeare can invent his own words.
Mm-hmm, but they can't.
But how many hip-hop people invented their own words?
Like every
slang that this guy Daniels may not understand.
Like every single hip-hop artist.
All right.
This guy
continue.
also,
let's see where they're going with it.
This guy also did a website called The Etymology of Shorty, where he goes to the whole entire history of the word shorty.
I'm looking at yeah.
All right, I got something for this guy. Yo, Mr. Daniels, you ever heard of Urban Dictionary? Yo, look that up.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead.
All right, so wait, he said full slang, hard to transcribe.
Hard to transcribe. So get a hip hop person that understands the colloquialisms, if you will, my guy, and actually do the real job.
Right.
Not just do a half-ass job to make some bread.
Yep.
All right.
Am I crazy, Mike?
Nah, man.
No, you're totally right. So it's like, for example, Shorty versus Shawty.
What?
I know.
Wait.
Shorty versus SHAWTY.
Shorty versus Shouty.
Yeah.
It's the same fucking thing.
Yeah, this guy.
Regional.
Like, really?
Yeah.
The spellings?
Yeah.
There's no spellings in hip hop.
Yeah.
It's all sound.
You intentionally sometimes spell the word.
But you don't see rappers how they actually write their rhyme. You don't see their notebook online.
Yeah.
You just have people transcribing it.
There's other complicated.
One guy's gonna write it Shorty. Another person's gonna be like Shorty.
It's interpretation. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's true.
This
True.
guy is
Yeah,
bogus,
it's
man.
I know. Well, other complications like compound word, featured vocalists, and repetitive choruses.
They are really doing this to hip hop. This is what they did to jazz, Mike.
Yeah, I know.
Well, it's good. That's what we're talking about. So some
I predict there's going to be college courses on hip hop, just like there is on jazz.
They probably already
They already
are.
are.
Well, if they got the jizza at Harvard, you already know it's a rap.
Yeah.
Oi.
Yeah.
So somewhere.
Oi, oi, the jizza at Harvard.
So some rappers like Biggie and Kendrick Lamar don't have enough official material to be included.
So make it 5,000. Not what is wrong with this guy?
It gets better.
Instead of 35,000, take the first 10,000. I mean, like,
I know.
come on.
The lyrics provided are only current to 2012. Why don't you have more updated lyrics?
Because he stopped in 2012 because it took him this long to get a book deal on this,
So
or whatever the hell he got.
he just got it's a website. So many current artists could not be included. 85 artists did make the database, only 85. And Daniels ranked them.
He only knows 85 rappers.
Yeah.
Like,
That's it.
Wow.
you got to get out more.
Well, no, there's a whole controversy. I'm going to get to it for when I do the top 5 right now. So I'm going to do the top 5. So number 1 was
All right, let's hear. Who's the number one most vocabulistic lyricist?
Well, wait for it. So there was a controversy because this guy was like, well, I want to say it's A$AP Rock, but he's too obscure. So I'm going to leave him out. And then like everybody on Reddit like went crazy. So then he had to make
Well, he to defend this dude, he wasn't obscure back then. He's kind of obscure now. Like I don't think anybody's like remembering A$AP Rock as much now, but he was kind of big with white people.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So A$AP Rock is at the lead with 7,392 words.
As opposed to Shakespeare with 29,000 words. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I know, but so maybe
Why did he have to bring up Shakespeare? What was the point of that?
I think he used Shakespeare as like his like
Yardstick?
yardstick. That's the word.
Racist. I mean, what? No.
Yeah,
Why Shakespeare
yeah.
has nothing to do with hip hop. Shakespeare was not a rapper. He was not a lyricist.
Well, he's
And
considered.
the way he was writing too was like
Prose.
iambic pentameter or something like
Right,
that.
right.
It wasn't
No.
necessarily-
No, right. No.
Yeah.
No.
I mean,
No.
I think
He
this-
wasn't writing poems all the time. He was writing
Sonnets or
prose.
whatever.
But
Yeah.
This is lyrics. This is hip hop. It's a different form.
the way that like why don't you go on your computer right now, Clef, and go to just Google like hip hop vocabulary, and I want you to see the actual chart so you can see where like because I can't explain the visual.
But the thing is like I guess he's trying. I don't know if he's trying to say it's good or bad, but I mean, just because you have a good vocabulary doesn't mean you could rhyme on.
He's
beat.
he's also
Well, that's a different.
That's a whole nother,
article.
you know what I mean? But I know, but
Yeah.
it's like, I mean, you're a thesaurus. I mean, that's great. I mean, you're a lexicon. I mean, good for you.
all right. So you guys want to know who number 2 is while Clef's
Oh, go ahead, I'm
looking it
sorry.
up? No, do you want to know?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, it's Jizza.
Okay.
Clef.
Okay.
He has
All right, wait.
6,426.
All right. So Genius is number 2 behind A$AP Rock.
Okay.
Right.
All right. Well,
Oh, I see you got it up there.
yeah. What am I looking
So
at?
now go down. There's a chart. Now
Oh my God.
it's
Wow,
interactive,
what the
so
hell
you
is
can
that,
click
man?
on like you can hover and see where everybody is. You see where it says Shakespeare? See where it says Shakespeare and it says Moby Dick. So I don't know why. I don't really understand like the data part of it.
Yeah, but hold up. Yeah,
Oh no, it's saying Shakespeare would be here, 5,170.
And so he's showing
All right.
the artists that are above Shakespeare and below Shakespeare.
Yo, why is Black Alicious on this list? Like, he was on the charts when I was on the charts.
Yo, the Wizard Cool Keith is number 3 though, man.
The Wizard
Cool Keith, right?
Yeah, so the
He's
wizard.
right behind Jizza. He's right on Jizza's ass.
Yo,
Yeah,
Cool
Cool
Keith.
Pause.
Yeah, Cool Keith is number 3 with 6,000.
Why is the Cunning Linguists number 3 or something?
the number 5?
Cannabis. Well, cannabis I would think would be number 1, right?
Cannabis is number 4.
But I say cannabis is number 1, man. Nobody got the vocabulary of cannabis.
So the Wu-Tang.
If there's one thing cannabis does have,
Words, yeah.
it's a lot of words.
Yeah,
He,
yeah,
you know, he comes up
Very
with all kinds
verbose.
of- yeah,
Yeah, very
not just
verbose.
verbose, but not just verbose, but all the vocabulary he does have, like the type of words.
Yeah.
You know,
Very scientific, yeah.
Red Man,
Yeah.
so
MF Doom, 5,000. What?
So the Wu-Tang Clan was number 6, like as a group, and then like a whole bunch of the members of the Wu-Tang Clan. But Killer Priest is up there.
He got DMX as last. Poor DMX is really taking an L today.
man.
DMX is at the bottom with
Yo,
3,000.
Clef, you spoiled that, man. I was
Oh, you were
I
gonna
was
say,
leading up to that,
yeah.
You want to know something? Everybody is so Wu-Tang biased in the news lately. Like, you can click this thing and it says just Wu-Tang. Okay, Method Man is the dumbest. Raekwon is next.
You can do
What does this mean?
you can do East Coast.
Ghostface.
Oh, West Coast. Oh, okay. Wow.
How's Ghostface got almost 6,000 words and Method Man only got 5,000?
But that's the thing. They're going off of like just albums, like because you said certain artists like
Yeah, like,
Biggie and Kendrick Lamar. They don't have
Yeah.
enough. Yeah, it's just too much of a random list.
And
man. I
then
don't
the
know.
biggest names in hip hop were in the bottom 20%. So like Snoop Dogg, Tupac, Kanye, and Lil Wayne and Drake were all like. I mean, Drake was number 83.
They got Brand Nubian as one guy and they have Pooh Bah's face. I'm done.
They also have Eric B and Rakim.
Wait. Eric B never said a word. Everybody know that.
I know they have. Look on there.
Eric
It's-
B never said one fucking word.
Look on there. It's Eric B and Rakim as one thing.
entity, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man,
wow.
they got old people. T.I., Karis one. Twister. Come on now. Twister got more words than anybody.
Yeah, he could fit him.
Just on sheer speed. Come on now. This is bogus.
So
I reject this article.
All right. Well, can I just tell you what this dude said when
Yeah,
he rated DMX? Poor DMX.
Yo,
Nah,
like,
but what he
come on.
said is. Go ahead. I'm
Let's
sorry.
hear it.
Because this is kind of like
Yeah.
what you were talking about.
right.
He said this shouldn't undermine an artist whose raw energy and honesty were the most memorable qualities.
Blah,
of his-
blah, blah.
All right.
Bone Thugs and Harmony. 3,547. Like they're one person. This is bogus.
Yeah.
Come on.
How come
Gucci Mane is on this list? How's Gucci Mane?
But do they cover like all the like? What about somebody like Tila Rock?
What
or
about
somebody
the-
like
They got salt and pepper on
Yeah.
here.
No, I got one for you, Clef.
Wrap this up, Juvenile.
Clef, Fat Joe is higher than Rakim.
Oh wow.
Well, you notice now that's officially, there it is. Now you know it's officially. With Fat Joe, you know, the bodega hangouter guy that's been in every video is above, you know, the god of rap, Rakim. Like, all right, let's wrap this up. What else we got?
That's it. That was the last thing.
Yo, Mr. Daniels, whatever your name is, like, find a new vocation. We give whatever we don't even know if this is a book or whatever it is, but we give you 1 star, my guy.
Yeah.
This is worthless. Like, go back to the lab, figure something else out for your life. You're just whack. This is garbage. This is racist bullshit. Word. Like,
Yeah, like why'd the white guy have to win?
look, he said then he apologized and said he's too obscure. Like, forget it. Why is he the only white guy on the list? Like, I don't even see Eminem.
No,
Like,
Eminem is down. Like he's below Rakim.
forget all of this. Like, come on, man.
But like you said, if they don't even have, if they have a picture of what you say, entire like one MC,
Brand Nubian, but they got
and
Pooh
the
Bah's
entire
face.
group, like come on, like
Yo,
They
Can't-
got, but then they got Boogie Down Production. Then they got Karis One, but not Boogie Down Productions group.
Right.
What?
D9 Scott, like yeah.
Big Daddy Kane is higher than Rakim, but can't we just live in the fact that Cool Keith was number 3? Like, hello.
Kool Keith, dope
And
MC,
did they
man.
count Cool Keith's made up words?
Yeah.
Like, you know, Dr.
No, no, listen, they got Roots.
The Roots is not a rap
They got
group.
Killer Priest.
Oh, the Roots as a group, not Black Thought as a solo MC.
They're
or whatever,
they're
right?
like not. They're a band.
They have clips, not the clips. They said clips.
Just clips.
And they got, just, what's his name's face? Nelly? Come on, Nelly. Nicki Minaj. They got Run DMC with DMC's face, not Run's face. This is a mess.
Yeah, nah, man. That's
You
pretty
can't-
bad. Yeah. Just DMC, right?
Yo, Clef.
King of rock.
Yo, Clef, you just.
Where's said G's face?
Yeah.
They don't even
Right.
have Ultramagnetic, just Cool Keys.
Cool
Right?
Keith,
Why did they
yes,
just
Cool
have
Keith.
Cool Keys? Yeah.
This is crap.
But I guess they were saying maybe he was saying, yeah, but it doesn't make sense because I guess Cool Keith has a lot of solo.
Young Jeezy.
Yeah.
He would have done it as Cool Keith and said G.
All right, you want to know how this is officially done? They got a guy, Puff Daddy, 4,000
Wait,
word.
his
Nah,
name is
come on.
not Puff Daddy anymore.
It doesn't.
Let's
This is
start
look,
there.
This whole thing is out of date, out of touch,
Nah.
out of
Yeah.
reality. This guy lives in
2012, right? That was
Guy
No,
lives
no,
6
he
years ago.
did it like recently. I'm pretty sure it was
no.
like a new.
It's up to
Up to
2012.
2012,
But-
though. There's a lot of.
Come on, we're spending too much time.
Nah,
on this.
for real, man. Yeah, let's.
Let's wrap it up.
Yeah.
We got anything else to say?
Yeah, that was the last story, Clef.
That's the last story, but what else going on? How you feeling, Mike Lee?
I'm pretty
Yeah, we
good,
can
man.
talk to
it's,
Mike.
it's a pleasure, man. It's been a little while, man. It's good
We
shit,
haven't
bro.
had you on Chambermusik Radio since the I Know Wu-Tang sketch.
Wow. Yeah. That
Way
was
back in the day,
Queens.
like
Yeah,
2005 or
yeah,
something.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, that was fun.
I Know
That's right,
Wu-Tang, man.
Yeah.
That was good.
Yeah.
That was good.
Yeah.
I should put that on YouTube soon. We got to put that up.
All right.
The I Know Wu-Tang game show.
How many
sketch.
contestants you had on there?
I don't know. We had quite a few. We had Ghost. We had
We had
Grizzly.
Ghostface RZA. We had Little Kid.
Wow.
You.
Me
Yeah.
as myself, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man. All right. Well, you know what? This is the third podcast.
Yep.
And we really appreciate the feedback we're getting. We're glad everybody's enjoying it. A couple of haters here and there, but overall pretty good. Yeah, we don't care about the haters. We like them too. We just want the feedback and we just want that energy. We're trying to do something for the underground and cover some of it. I mean, this week had some weird stories again. We cover the stories nobody else is covering, clearly.
Yeah.
But-
There's also RZA did a multimedia tour of his. What was it? He did soundtracked.
Oh, one of the, the original Wu-Tang movie.
Yeah,
by the Shaw Brothers.
Yeah, he
Oh.
did a live rescoring.
He's doing a live tour
Scored
where
it,
he did
yeah.
rescoring or something. He's going to be playing music, recorded soundtrack,
One
along
show.
with the movie as it shows.
Yeah.
I mean, God bless the RZA, whatever he's doing. But, if you have any comments, you can actually watch the YouTube version of this and put your comments below. Or also subscribe to us on YouTube, Chambermusik YouTube channel. And if you have any news stories you want us to cover, or any information, any inside gossip, or anything you want us to talk about, the email address is to reach our editor, Mowie Kei, exclusives.hiphop@gmail.com. Exclusives.hiphop@gmail.com. And you know what? This is the third of many, hopefully. Every Friday we'll be
hopefully,
here
yeah.
for you with your hip-hop news, Chambermusik hip-hop news. And without any further ado, we're going to sign out and say peace.
Take care. Have a good weekend.
Peace.
Later.